Hey everybody, today we're going to dimension multi-views. So this has got multiple different types of features on them. So we've got more than one view of an object. So it's either going to be 2 or 3 most of the time, because you can remember how many views do we draw? It means it takes to fully describe. Every feature needs to appear visible at least once. And the most common number of views is 3. You can usually dimension most objects between 2 and 3 views. And if it's a really, really thin object, well, 1 view is all you need. But these are multi-views, okay? So let's start with the first one here that we've got. Let's look and see. So what we've got on this one, it's pretty straightforward. It's rectangular in shape. Look, I give you a little thumbnail picture of it up here in the corner. It has a hole drilled in it. It has a little spacer sticking out from it. So if it started life as a full piece of material, we'd have to cut away all this material around it and leave the square, and then we would have to drill the hole. So, how many features are on it? Well, there's 2, and that's it. Okay. So we need to locate each one left to right, locate each one top to bottom, and give it size. Today I'm going to be working with just a regular pencil instead of a red one. So, let's start with the rectangular piece. How big is it left to right? How big is it top to bottom? How high does it stick out? Where is it located at? And we've got a lot of stuff to do, don't we? We see its thickness here, its depth, in this view. So I would dimension it here. Okay? And again, first dimension away from the object, about 3/8 of an inch. And that's from this point up. So my line's going to be up here. So how far is that? That is 0.75. Now notice, 0.75 I'm going to write in here. I'm going to put my lines and my arrowheads on the outside. Okay, there's that. Now, how far down is the piece located? Do I do that here or do I do that here? I see the shape better here. So I would be better off coming here and giving this number. And it is down 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. So 0.38. Now, how big is the piece? It is 5/8. So notice that arrowhead there is pulling double duty. That one almost got to be a buffalo killer. It got really, really wide on me. Remember, we want our arrows to be nice and thin, about 3 times longer than they are wide. Okay, don't do buffalo killers. See, that one got really close. Okay, so located, size, located from the platform up, but also where's it located at this way, and how wide is it? We've got multiple dimensions on this thing, so I need to know where's this thing at from here to here. And again, we'd want to be in line, so those lines need to come on up to about right there. Okay, and left to right, that thing is 3/8 in. Fairly common number on this one, isn't it? 0.38. Okay, now how wide is it? Make sure you can read that decimal point. 0.38. It's 1 inch wide. There we go. So 1 inch wide, 0.38 in. We've already gave this dimension, so I don't need to give it. I also know how far down it's located. So look, for that one object, because it's located in from both edges and it sticks out, so it's 3-dimensional, I had to have 5 dimensions to do location, location, size on that thing. It took 5 dimensions, okay, to get it in the right place. How about the hole? Hole's a whole lot easier, right? The hole is easier. Where's it located at this way? Remember, we dimension between views as much as possible. Locate it that way. Up and down, it is 3/4. 0.75. Left to right, it is 7/8. And again, if it don't fit, bust it to the outside. It's okay. Okay. Now, how big is it? Well, this is where you need to think. Where am I going to put my overall dimensions at? My overall width needs to be between the views because I've got a front and a right side. So it's got to go here. So no number here. My overall depth needs to be up here because I've got a number here. And if I'm going to put depth up here, I'm going to put height up here. So I can put the diameter down here. Remember, this arrowhead. Now look, I want to show you all this. I did this on purpose. Notice I missed my center point. Remember, for a leader to be proper, when you draw it, it should cross through the center. That's the reason why if I'm hand drawing them, I always draw it through the center first. Then put my arrowhead on it, bring it down, and that way I know I've got it pointing in the right direction. Okay? And again, I can put that in line with this. So, just little stuff like that makes your drawing look neater if you'll do it. If you'll try to be careful and not put the little tail way down there like that. Okay? So how big, what's the diameter? It's a 1/2 inch. So, diameter symbol 0.50. There we go. Location, location, size. Only thing left, overall height, width, and depth. Located, located, sized on both features. Height, width, and depth is what I need. I can pick which one I want to do it on. Either one's fine. Because I've got 2 dimensions here, I've got one here, but I'm going to use this one. I'm going to come on up here. I'm going to come on up here. I'm going to give this, that is 1 3/4, 1.75. Now again, be careful. Don't stack them so they look like a math problem. See, I almost got there on that one. Kind of made it look ugly, right? I'm going to bring this one out and bring this one out. Now, don't let them touch. They don't go all the way across. Overall height of this object. Arrowhead, arrowhead. Overall height is 1, 2.5. And overall depth we see here. And that is 1 1/4. And again, you sort of want it in line, so that number needs to be on up here. 1 1/4. Okay, just to make it look better if you've got everything in line. So there's that object fully dimensioned. Overall height, width, and depth, location, location, size for this one, location, location, size for that one. You're done. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one. This one has how many features? Look, 1, 2, 3 features. Visible, visible, visible. Oh, they're all visible in this view. You say, well, that one's visible here too. Yeah, but we see the better shape here. Note, angle is 30 degrees. Give location and angle. So 30 degrees. Which way is it 30? Is it from here up or from here down? It's actually from here up. So there's my 30. I can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's draw that out. Let's draw that up. Okay? And we need to say 30 degrees, right? But there's a problem. I really like to dimension between views. So we sort of kind of need to know where this corner falls at. So how far in is it? Well, it is 3/4 of an inch that way. And if we measure this way, oh, it's something really weird. So yeah, we definitely need to put location here. Okay, and that's where the location would be anyway. 0.75. Pop this out. Pop this out. There we go. And again, it's fairly flat on this angle, on that arc. We've seen these before. 30 degrees. Okay? So how about the hole? Well, we've got a radius. So let's look, because the radius, remember, X has its own location. It is 1 1/8. So what I would do is I would bring this out like this. Bring it on out. And we said it was 1 1/8, 1.12. There we go. The hole is already located by using that number. So now I can do the actual hole. I'm going to draw me really light out across here like this. Okay. There we go. Shoulder. This diameter is 1 inch. Remember, you can always write it backwards if you don't trust yourself. Okay, 1 inch. There we go. So location, location, size right there for the radius, for the arc, and location, location by the arc. Ooh, what did I forget? See it? And location, location in the radius for the hole. Those are done. 2 features, 3 features. They're already done. What do I need? Overall height and width and depth. Okay. Overall width is obvious. I'm going to put it up here because I got square corners to work from. I got bunches of stuff other places, so I really can't put it anywhere else. You really love to keep one side of a view clean if you can, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. 3 inches. Overall height. Put it here. No, can't because of that number. Let's put it in this view. I know it seems kind of odd to do that, but it will look so much cleaner if you will. Don't ever tuck a leader or an angled dimension inside of something. Again, I'm going to sort of offset this from the center because I don't want that center line hitting right in my number. The height is 2 inches. Now, what's our depth? From here to here. We want it in a line again. There's where it's going to go. And it is 7/8. 0.88. Pop these on the outside just because it looks better. Location and size. Location and size. Location and size. Overall height, width, and depth. If you can answer yes to all of them every time, your multi-views will always be done. So there's another one. Let's keep moving. Okay, look what we got now. Fully rounded end. We know how to handle that. Ooh, a curved slot. Instead of square corners. And a chamfered or angled corner. We know we're going to handle the angle in this view because that's where we see the angle. Look, give location, location. And it says it's 45. That means both numbers are going to be the same. Because remember, if it's, the leg of the triangle will be the same if it's a 45 degree. Okay? So we're good on that. So we're going to handle that in that view. We're going to handle this in this view. How about the L shape? We got to handle it here in this view because that's where we see it the best. So we got multiple things to take care of. Let's do this angle first. Let's get it out of the way. So like we said, we know we want location and we want location here and here. Okay? Got to be the same distance. So the overall height of this object, now watch what I'm doing. I'm kind of working backwards. It's 1.5. Now I'm going to measure up to there. I'm actually doing a bunch of math here to get this right. 7/8. Okay? Or we could come here and go, oh, is there an easier way? Is there not an easier way? Well, the thing is, without a straight line, there may not be. This is where you may need to take a straight edge and draw this line out and make sure you've got it nice and straight. Draw this line up, make sure you've got it nice and straight. And now measure it, and it is, whew, thank goodness, it is an easier number than we thought it was. It's going to be 5/8. So, what we'll do is 0.62, 0.62, because they're the same. Line up, line down, because it's hard to get it to fit. Same thing here, line out. Now look, make sure you're pointing that it cuts in the middle. We don't hit the bottom of the number. I almost did there, okay? So there's that, done. That one's finished, okay? How about the L shape? Well, again, now I've seen people measure from here to here and give a number, and here to here and give a number. I like giving the number for what's being cut away. I know that makes a great big long line coming across here. And of course, it's in line with that. Okay? So, my dimension here, and now it's bigger than that, of course. It's going to go here to here. I've got enough room to get numbers in this time, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that. I can come back here and measure this. Makes it real easy. Okay? And it is 13/16. 13/16. I can't write 13/16. I got to do that in decimal. Because look, there's a half, there's 3/4, there's 13/16. A 16th is 0.06. 0.06 plus 0.75 is 0.81. Or I could have used my cheat sheet. Either one. Okay, there's that. It's going to come all the way across there. About 1/8 of an inch beyond, don't forget that. Now, that gave us that. Okay, now then, how far is it across there? Since I'm working off of that corner, it is 1, 2, and 3/4. 2 and 3/4 from here. I want it in a line. I'll sort of push this back across here just so I can sort of get an idea. Right there, and right there. Okay, and we said it was 2 and 3/4. 2.75. Always dimension in the view. That gives the best description of the shape. Okay, there we go. You say, well, the L's the shape. Yeah, but what did we do? We cut that away. Okay, so there's that. Now then, look what we got up here. Fully rounded feature. Fully rounded feature. Radius. Out. Leg. How far? Measure straight down. It's an easy way to do it. It is. Look here. Same thing again. 0.81. How about that? Radius. Don't forget your R. 0.81. There we go. Now then, arrowhead. Don't forget arrowhead. Okay, measure it again. Make sure it is 0.81. 3/4 and 1 mark past. Yep, 0.81. Now, left to right, because it's fully rounded, we got to locate from here to here. 1, 2, up. It's 1 mark back from 3/4. That's 11/16. So, 0.75 minus 0.6 is 0.69. So, 1, 2.69. So, line down. Line, extend that center line on out. Remember, we sort of want these to line up if we can, because this is technically a math problem. 2.69. So we would add those two numbers together to get how big a piece of material it is. Only time we're ever going to make somebody add. Okay? So there's that. All right, how about the slot? Well, look, we know where this one's located because it shares a center point. So watch this. Let's come up here. Let's locate between these two. Extend that center line out, extend that center line out. And it is 3/4 of an inch. 0.75. Okay. Pretty good there. Now, how big is that arc? That started with a drill bit, so I need to give diameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, I'm going to sort of lay it out, put my arrowhead there and touch that. Come out here like that. Now then, I need the full number so I could either double half of it or I can measure it right there, and it is 5/8. Diameter, 0.62. They're the same. I only need to give it once. So look, I'm located from here to here, and I'm located from there to there. The diameter tells me how wide it is here. That's all I need for that. These two is all I need for that. That's all I need for that, because that does it. That's all I need for that. All I need is height, width, and depth of the object, right? Well, look, I've already got width. Them two added together. I've got depth. Double that number. All I need is height. I can put it on either view. Doesn't matter. I'm going to put it on the front view just because I like it there. Overall height of the object is 1.5. There you go. That one's done. Basically, all it is, they're common sense, right? Locate left to right, locate top to bottom, give it size, give overall height, width, and depth. The only odd thing is, with a fully rounded end, we are going to make them do a little math. Okay? Let's keep going. How about this one? It's actually not bad. We've got a rounded corner, not a rounded end, a rounded corner. We've got two like features. Hey, we can dimension between those. Look, I give you a center point that time. I remembered. Okay? And we've got a slot cut through. Front view, front view, front view. All the features are visible from the front view. Okay. Makes it pretty simple. Let's take care of the easy one first, the radius. We'll line up with my center point, come out, it's exactly 1/2 inch. Easy peasy, right? R.50. That one's done. Now, if you want your center lines in here to come out a 1/4 of an inch past, like you're supposed to, you can. Really doesn't need it, but you can. Okay? Now, what else have I got? Well, I've got these holes. I need to locate them top to bottom. I need to locate them left to right. Okay? And they're similar. There's absolutely nothing between them. I'm going to just locate between the two center points. Or I could have come from this corner, either one. Doesn't matter. Okay? So, located left to right, 3/4 of an inch. 0.75. I'm going to pop these on the outside. Location between center points. There's the 10. 1, 2.5, 2.5, 2.50. Let that one work for both numbers. There we go. How far up? 0.75. Now, because it's vertical, I've got a little more room. I can actually get my lines and my airheads on the inside. Okay. There's that. How big are the holes? They are a 1/2 inch. Now, again, draw me a really light line. Now, point at the hole, put the airhead there. Draw this out. About the same place here. Now, we can do quantity. There's 2 of them. Okay, so 2x, and we said the diameter was 0.50. There we go. Pretty easy, okay? So all that's taken care of that quick. The only thing we've got left is a slot. I've got a good square corner over here to work off of. So now what I want to do is I want to locate all the way back to here, believe it or not. Okay? And I want to locate here. And then I want to know how big it is. So locate left to right, locate top to bottom. How big is it? Top to bottom. 1/2 inch. Okay, that's this way. 0.50. Now look, buffalo killer, ugly airhead. Not centered with the number. So many things you can mess up. Be careful when you draw, okay? Location left to right. 1.5. 1.50. Much better looking airhead. Much better looking airhead. Okay? How wide is the slot itself? It is 1 inch. 1 inch. Okay? Location left to right, location top to bottom, size. Yep. Don't forget to put gaps. Location left to right, location left to right, location top to bottom, size. Yep. Location left to right, location top to bottom, size. Yep. That's all of my features. Now all I need is my overall dimensions. Height's easy. I'm going to put it out here because I've got 2 square corners to work to. And I've already got a number there, which gives me something else to sort of group together with it. Okay, the overall height of the object is 2 inches. Now leave room, but don't leave too much room. Be consistent. Okay? Width. Oh boy, look what I've done. What am I going to do? See, here's where you have to think again before you do it. I could come up here and put it. I've got a rounded corner. It would be between the views. Either way, I'm going to have a leader getting involved. So guess what? You pick the lesser of 2 evils. I like it coming up here. I've got to make sure I leave a discernible gap. I'm going to extend this on up. This puts it between the views. Sort of offset that a little bit. So how wide is the whole thing? I'm going to measure it along the bottom. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 inches wide. Now remember what I told you earlier. You cannot cross a dimension line. It's any line with a number in it. I crossed an extension line. That's okay. Okay. That's okay. You can do that. All right. The only thing I have left now is how deep is the object, and it is 1 3/4 inches deep. I'm going to put it on this end because I've already got dimensions on this end. First dimension away, we sort of want to line up with that one. Depth of the object is 1 3/4. 1.75. That one's done. Pretty neat, huh? Okay. All right. How about a cylinder? Ooh, and cutouts. Wow. Bunches of stuff. Find all your features. It's a cylinder. That's the shape. That's not a feature. Oh, it's got a hole drilled in it. Goes all the way through it. Here's the height of the cylinder from here to here. But look, we've got a ledge here, and then we've got another ledge here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 features. Okay? 3 features. Well, we can take care of one real easy, real quick, no matter what. That's the hole. So again, I'm going to sort of find my line, point at the hole. There we go. Draw me a leader out and give it size. Because it's concentric with the cylinder, I don't have to worry about locating it. Diameter 1 inch. That's done, because I'm going to do everything else over here. Okay? Now we've got a square cutout. We need to locate that square cutout. So how far in is it? Yeah. Interesting, right? So here again, which direction do we work from? Okay? So when we do this, we know we're going to have overall size because it is a cylinder. Okay? Now, we don't know how long to draw them out. I've just drawn them in, okay? You would want to draw them really light to start with. Now we need to figure out how we're going to handle this mess in here. So this is the top of the cylinder. So I'm drilling down, so I need to give that number here. So that needs to come from right here. Okay? How far down? 7/8, 0.88. That's got that taken care of. Where is it located at? Ooh, because I dimensioned there, I need to dimension here. And it is 1/2 inch. 0.50. There we go. How wide? 1.5. That's coming from right there. Oops, got out of line. Be careful. You want to keep them in line. Drawing by hand, sketching dimensions is really hard to do, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, 1.5. It's a whole lot easier using your drafting tools or using a computer. Okay, 1.5. Kind of makes sense, but I'm going to check it and see. I bet that's 1/2 inch. What you want to bet? And it is. So the diameter, the overall diameter of this thing. Again, I'm going to offset it. This is a cylinder, so it's going to be where it's shown as a rectangle. But I will put the diameter symbol to take away any confusion that this is a diameter. Diameter of 2. The only thing I need now is where this is located at. So again, I could come up here and give that. Or I could come from here. The key to it is, where's the easier place to measure from? So see there, that is 1/4 inch. Remember, this is 0.88. So I can subtract 1/4 from 0.88. So what I've got is I've got 7/8 minus 1/4. Now if you've got a calculator, you can do it in decimal form because it is 0.875 minus, oops, I put 1/2, it's 1/4. Minus 1/4, which is 0.25. So I can do that math. This is a subtraction. 5. What we got there? 2. What we got there? 6. 0.625. So it's 5/8 from here to here. The other way now I could have, remember this is actually 2/8 if I convert it. 7/8 minus 2/8 equals 5/8. Hey look, it matches. So it is right. Okay. So I can put that number there. I could do the math and do it here. I'm going to work off a common corner. This is one of those that you just pretty much have to pick where you want to come from. Because either way, I've got to know that this is 5/8 because I'm going to be cutting. Said the word 5 and wrote down the number. I've got to know how far down to go. So right there it is. That's all the information I need. Pretty easy, huh? Okay, pretty cool. All right. One more. This one. This one's kind of fun. So I've got a corner cutout. I've got a cylinder sitting on top of a platform, and it's counterbored. Look, it doesn't go all the way through, because what it does is it sits down in there and holds it into this piece, is what it does. Okay? So we've got several little pieces of information that we've got to do. Let's take care of the easy one first, that cutout corner. We know for a fact we need this. We know for a fact we need this. What are we cutting away? Okay. Left to right, we're cutting away 3/4, 0.75 right there. Okay. Up and down. 1 and we're 1 mark back from 3/4, so 1 and 11/16. If you remember your math, it's 1.69. 1.69. We've done that number before. Remember, you can always look at your cheat sheets and figure out how many marks and what it equals, and then look at your decimal equivalent and figure it out. That one's done. Location, location, size, cause it cut off a corner. Now you think, oh, I can locate between these. No, you can't. Different style. If we were two cutouts, yeah, we could get away with it. But because this is circular, this is square, don't do that. Work off the other corner. Okay? So, but we do need to know where it's at. So we need to extend that on down. Now it still can be in the same string. So it can be there. Okay? We can do that. You just don't need to be between them, because if you get one wrong, you may get them both wrong. 1.50 located left to right. Up and down. Remember, center lines become extension lines. Up and down. 1 and, oops, look, 3/16. 1.18, just because I just happen to know my math. Thank goodness. There we go. Now then, how about size? Careful, we've got a cylinder. Size of a cylinder is always given where it's rectangular. So I'm going to give it here. Look how easy that would be to miss. 1.5. Diameter symbol to eliminate all doubt. 1.50. Okay. How tall is the cylinder? Ooh, I need another number. Line it up with that one. Okay. Height of the cylinder is 7/8. 0.88. There we go. Okay. Now then, the counterbore. Remember when we did the holes? Counterbore. If you don't remember, you can go back and watch the video dimensioning hole types. Okay, and it'll tell you how to do this. But we always point at the small hole, because that's the one we drill first. Then we're going to give the outer diameter for the counterbore itself, where the bolt head will set down into. But look, we've got the depth of the counterbore and the depth of the hole. It doesn't go all the way through. So we've got to give both pieces of information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, start from my midpoint. I'm going to come out like that. Okay. Now I'm going to, I can draw it in darker and point to the smaller hole. Okay. Now then, remember, I can stack this information, or I can write it out side by side. This small hole has a diameter of 1/2 inch. The depth measured from the top, there's where the drill bit hits first, down to the bottom is 1 1/8. Okay? So watch. What we need is we need a 1/2 inch diameter. Okay, I'm writing it really light up here. I'll darken it up so y'all can see it. And we need a depth of 1 1/8. Well, remember, always give the size first, then the depth. Okay, so I'm going to write this backwards so you can see it, but you can write it either way. The depth is always wrote second. Okay. There's the small hole information. A diameter of a 1/2 inch with a depth of 1 1/8. Remember, that is measured from here, not here, because the drill bit hits there first. We're drilling that hole first. Okay. Now the big hole, how big is it? The counterbore. It is 1 inch in diameter, and its depth is 1/4. So, counterbore, remember your symbol, 1 inch with a depth of 1/4. See how I stacked that and put it together where it makes sense? Okay, there it is. Okay. Now what else do we need? We need depth of the object. We need height of the object. We need width of the object. Now look, I did that there, and boy, wouldn't it have been nice to have put my depth right there? See how easy it is to mess something? And I've got all this mess wrote out here. That's where you want to think before you do something. And I've got numbers out here. It really needs to be there. Y'all are going to hate me. I'm going to do away with that. This is where you have to pre-plan. Okay? That's the reason why on the computer it's so much easier, because you can just hit delete and it's gone. So instead, let's bring that up here. And it's a small hole. Bring it up. Now, diameter 0.50, depth 1.12. Now then, look, it's hard to get this under because of my angle. I can write this on out here. It gets really long if I do, but it will work. 1.00 with a depth of 0.25. There we go. Okay. Now we can put this where it really needs to be. You think, well, I could have put it out there. Yeah, but we've already got numbers out here. We don't want them everywhere if we can help it. Let's come down here. Let's come down here. Overall depth of the object is 2 3/8. Okay. Overall height of the object is 1 5/8. Again, sort of push it down and get it in line somewhere close. Okay. Now then, overall width of the object, either place. I've already got lines drawn here, so I think I'm going to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3/8. And that's that object done. This is the biggest problem, is you've got to give depth not only for the counterbore, which is normal back here, but we have to also have depth for the hole. So you've got to be alert to that. And that hole depth comes from the very top to the bottom of the hole. Then counterbore comes from the very top to the bottom of the counterbore. Okay? Okay, y'all. That makes that pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. Give those a try, see what you think. Have a good day.